Hello. This is a cereal review, and it's on rice bubbles. It is currently 11 o'clock, around about that time, and I've just eaten my bowl, and yeah, so I had it with milk, just your average milk, and here are the rice bubbles, and this is the finished product. Alright, now the thing with rice bubbles is that their main thing is snap, crackle, pop. So the sounds that you get from, well, the sounds that you get from them mixing up with the milk. It does sound very good, and I mean, if you're into ASMR, I guess you'd like rice bubbles, Yeah, but it's pretty nice. Pouring them in is a great sound too. It's perfect, it's probably one of the best out there. I'd actually give it a very high ranking on the sounds when you pour it in. When you add the milk, it obviously has the snap, crackle, pop, which is the sound we all know. Now getting on to how good I felt when eating this. Well, yeah, it's quite fulfilling. It's quite late tonight, so uh, it's quite late, so I didn't really need to eat it, but I did want to do this review on rice bubbles, and I really only did rice bubbles because it's the only thing that we had left. Um, yeah, so mm, now, yeah, so how good I felt when eating it, I'd say I was pretty fulfilled. Um, I was actually finishing off Demon Slayer while eating it, so yeah, it was quite enjoyable to eat it while watching it. So yeah, happy with that. With how I felt while eating it. So yeah, good. Yeah, felt good. Um, Now in terms of the actual rice bubbles itself, let's get it out. So as you can see, they are quite small. Um, they have air bubbles inside, so that you can obviously make that sound. To be honest, they haven't got much of a ricey flavor. They're pretty plain, but I do enjoy the flavor a bit more than cornflakes if we're comparing it to that. I like the size. I like how when you scoop it up, it it does taste very good with the amount that you get on your spoon. It's its crunchiness is perfect, for what it is. Um, when had added with milk, I'd say once you get more further down the bowl, it would get a bit more soggy, which as all cereals do. Um, but with rice bubbles, I find it actually does increase quality slightly. Just as my personal feelings. Once you get down to the close to the bottom, you could argue that isn't the case, and I would not disagree because when you get the first couple bites with the crunchiness with it is perfect. Um, i the design of the each rice bubble is just really made just to make those sounds. They are quite small, as I said before, and I'd say overall it is a good design for what it is, and it does soak up milk very well, so you can get that milk also with the amount of rice bubbles you can fit on your spoon. Very good. In terms of health, it is it's alright. It's not gonna. It's just your average breakfast cereal, even though I'm having it at night. It's 3-star rating, so it's middle of the batch for health stars as it goes. I'm pretty sure cornflakes is slightly better by like half a stars, or I might be wrong. I cannot remember. Um, eh, in terms of ranking, I'd say out of 10 stars, I would give it a I'd give it a 7. It was a lot more enjoyable than cornflakes. Not a lot more, but it's on par with it, but just slightly better, in my opinion. And it's definitely up there with cereals. It's not terrible, but it's also not the best. But it is very good and enjoyable to eat. It its flavor is, in my opinion, better than cornflakes. It does have that. It's very similar in taste. Just I believe rice bubbles is slightly better and does take the edge in flavoring. In terms of texture, with the first couple of bites, cornflakes is miles better. But once you get further down the bowl, rice bubbles does take the cake in that. So overall, I'd say cornflakes is lower than rice bubbles, and rice bubbles is definitely a 7 out of 10 for myself. Alright, see ya.